Hey, we're back to caves. It's caves. There's a cave over here. I just accidentally walked into it, so I don't know if it's gonna give me the little... The fun notification text. Is it? No. It's not gonna give me the fun notification text. What's the point? What's the point? I'll tell you then. It's Rassla Lake Cave. It's kind of here behind Rassla Lake. Bats? There, not here. It's one of those caves that goes straight down, so let's go down. Oh, I don't like anything that I'm looking at here. Hold on. There's trees down here. There's Zonai down here. Zonai of the bird? Bird. It's... What are the statues? There's bird. There's the remnants of the guy I killed. Oh! Big tree full. Bird. Dragon. I straight up do not remember the third animal that gets represented in the architecture of all this stuff. Let's grab this lizard while I think about animals. One of the little tidbits in Age of Imprisonment that I saw was that the animals represented by the masks that the ancient sages wear are specifically animals worshipped by the Hylians. So that's... let's see if I can... And they're also the ones that become the divine beasts. So those are what? Elephant, bird, camel, lizard? Lizard. So now we have the animals are kind of getting subdivided into being the animals that are Zonai or Hylian. I have to go look. I have to go look. Hang on, bear with me, folks. We're going to Zelda Wiki this episode. What are the Zonai, the animals? Hang on, that's cruel to you to not be here. Oh, my computer's chugging as I open up a browser. Doesn't like that. Boars. 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 Because Ganon. Okay. So, the Zonai animals are... dragons, owls. Is that it? There's no puzzle here? Dragons, owls, and boars. Representing courage, wisdom, power. Which are now inherently Zonai things, I suppose. Which I guess gives the Triforce a Zonai adjacent origin? Let's think about that for a second. Because Hylians in Skyward Sword are worshippers of the goddess Hylia, who's like the goddess that is left in charge of the Triforce after the Golden Goddesses leave. So I guess none of that is contradictory, I guess. So you have the Zonai as the omnipotent, like, over godly race that is built this whole cave and forgot to leave a puzzle in it, to house whatever's in here. A battery. They built all this. The gods of the Triforce. And whereas the Hylians kind of end up being the caretaker, but I guess there's nothing... No, there's like extremely Hylian stuff happening here. Because we literally see the statues of the goddess Hylia. Confusing. 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 I only have more questions. But I'm glad we know which animals worship which group of people worship which animals. And there's no overlap, which is good for my brain. I have not found a frog yet. Who worships frog? Who are the frog worshippers in Hyrule? I feel like there's an opening here. Can I climb this, or is this wet? This is wet, okay. I guess frog is adjacent to the Lord of the Mountain, which is some kind of weird Fey-ish entity. That was a good lizard. That was a good lizard. Oh, there's like stuff up there. That's not where I came from though. That's where the game wants me to go. But I can't get there. Hi, game. How does the game expect me to get up there? If I go here? No. If I go there, there's frog. Can I ascend from here? Oh, we're close. Nope, not anymore. Can I just climb this guy? Is this man the answer? Oh, he will be if I get up here. Okay. I think I watched some YouTube videos in the last like week or so, last 2 weeks, about a lot of speculation about Zelda timeline stuff, which just feels, I don't know. I guess no more foolish than has always been, but I continue to like wonder of the utility of considering the Zelda timeline when we have these modern games that don't really necessarily jive with the old stuff. And so like my knee-jerk reaction is like, well, everything in Skyward Sword is canon, but it doesn't have to be true. Just because this game has a lot of Skyward Sword DNA doesn't mean that Skyward Sword has to be canon. And then if everything's canon, you have to do the same mental arithmetic to make things work that I was doing 20 years ago. Because it's like, well, I guess any of it could be true, but like, there's not like one correct answer that's going to be more correct than any other answer, because they all involve similar levels of nonsense to try and make clear. Where am I supposed to go to get where I want to go? I want this staircase to work. How does the game expect me to do this? Because, like, there's not really, like, much of a... The game's not giving me much. Which is, like, fine. This is not normally the mode the game operates in. I feel like whenever I'm in a cave like this, the developers took pains to leave behind everything I could need to solve this puzzle, but that's not what's happening here. It's just kind of like leaving me open-ended, which is kind of cool. It's not usually how this game operates, in my experience. but I have the tools. But not the talent, because I'm just going to let the game build a bridge for me. And take that lizard and find another messed up statue. Guarding... Frog. Nobody worships Frog. Frog doesn't need worship. Frog is self-sufficient. That's right. Is there anything else up here? Or is this just Frog land? Alright. This continues to be the most Zonai area. Which I guess makes sense. Also, a lot of caves. Hitting a lot of caves right now. We'll probably find one tomorrow. Probably.